Well, we're finishing up our 4-week series on the bright side where we're talking about staying positive in a negative world. And we're going to finish by talking about parenting on the bright side. And before we get to our main text from Matthew chapter 3, I want to ask you a question. Are you more natural at the positive side of parenting or the negative side of parenting? The positive side would be, praising and listening and encouraging your kids. Maybe you had a parent who did that with you, or maybe you're just wired for that. The negative side being discipline and hard conversations. Again, the negative side isn't bad necessarily. We have to do hard things as parents, but it's really important that we do the positive things as well. And that's what we're going to talk about. So let's start with this. God the Father modeled the positive side of parenting every time he spoke publicly about Jesus. So if the Father thought it was important to praise his Son, our kids need it even more. Maybe you've never thought about this passage as a parenting passage. Matthew 3:16-17, it says, after his baptism, as Jesus came up out of the water, the heavens were opened, and he saw the Spirit of God descending like a dove and settling on him. And a voice from heaven said, "This is my dearly loved Son, who brings me great joy." Notice, God the Father is speaking publicly about his Son, and what is he doing? He's praising him. He's not chastising him. He's not disciplining him. He's not rebuking him. He's not making fun of him. He's praising him. God the Father did it for Jesus. We need to do it for our kids as well. Our kids need it even more than Jesus did. Here's why. God created every human with a need for love, and it starts in childhood. Affirming words work alongside discipline to build character and confidence. Now, notice you need both. You need affirming words on one side, affirmation, praise, encouragement, and you need discipline as well. These two things working together in tandem are going to build kids with character and kids with confidence. That's how God designed it to work. The ancient Proverbs say it like this: kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. Think about a time when somebody said something kind to you. It felt good, didn't it? You need to say kind things to your kids. You need to work hard to speak life into your kids. Paul told the church in Ephesus in chapter 4, instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven you. This verse is especially helpful for you parents out there who have difficult children. Even those children, especially those children, need kind words from you. So forgive them, just like God forgave you, and start disciplining yourself to be kind and tender-hearted toward your kids. And here's the last thing, real practical. Affirmation takes these 3 T's: talk, time, and touch. There should be a quality to your affirmation that is intentional, authentic, and unique to each kid. Praise is not a one-size-fits-all thing. Some kids want to hear it with words. Some kids want to experience with your time. Some kids want to feel it through your touch. Pay attention to what each of your kids needs individually and learn to parent them on the bright side.